This video is going to be a review for the upcoming while loop test that we're having, and we're going to use the ACM graphics for that. What I have so far is just a basic program. It's extending our graphics material, and then I've created integer C. I've set that to 0, and I'm going to use this for counting, say, the number of loops or iterations, which is the number of times we go through a loop. And then this is just my graphical object that we're going to be using for this demonstration. Now, any action we want to take, once again, needs to be in a method. So I'm going to create my run method. And inside there I can add my circle, so I'll give it some color first. Set it to Regis Red and do my import. I'm going to fill it. And then I'll add it to the screen. And let's put it, I'll put it towards the top left. And I'll run my program at this point, so I don't have to debug anything once I start my loop. So there it is, and that's all this program does. Now, thus far we've been using while true loops. We're going to change that for this. And what I'm going to have this program do first, before I change the loop, is I'm going to have the circle flash on and off. So set visible false, since it's already visible. I'm going to pause. I'm going to set it visible again. So make that true. Then I'm going to add a second pause, because if I don't, there'll just be a pause between when it's invisible and then becomes visible, and then it'll flash right back to the top of the loop and go false again. So let's run this and see if that looks awkward. So it's working so quickly, and it's pausing while it's invisible. So that's why we don't see it. So let's take a look at this, see if that's something we can see. There we go. So now it's flashing nice and quickly. Now, if I wanted to keep track of the number of times that this loops, I could do something like every time through, C is equal to C plus 1. And then if I wanted this to break out of the loop, we could use the break statement inside an if in here somewhere. But rather than do that, I can just do while C is less than 10. Now, if I was to make this less than or equal, I might get a different result. So remember to count your results, because since this is 0 and this is less than 10, this will exit the loop once C is equal to 9. But since C is starting at 0, it will probably execute and flash 10 times, because we start at 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then just to make it so we can see, and I'm going to count this because you want to be accurate, I'll slow this down, and it should count. We should see 10 flashes, and then the program should end. And that's how we might just, an example of how a while loop could be used instead of while true. All Right, so it looks like we got it to work.